Yo, can I get in on this? I want another one, two. One, two. Oh, you thought it was through. This was just one assignment, boo. Judge checking with God, getting next instructions. You need an advocate, reach out, he might be coming. This young black king needs no introduction. When he shows up, haters hate seeing him coming. And no, he's not Malcolm, he's not Martin either. He got his own style. Jedi, yeah, we see ya. This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move. And when he comes through, you know they coming too. Hey yo, INA, where you at? What it do? They got receipts, they got them files. They gon' investigate an advocate, holding it down. And when it comes to intel, you know they showing out. You're smiling in Jed's face. Hold up, check that file. Don't run up on them either, they always in the crowd. INA got his back, you don't know when they around. This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move. And then there's Jed's mother, you know she gon' speak. She praying for the people, prophesying what she see. Jed, God got you covered, he's holding you down. He's showing you his favor, his mercy, his power. So always stay humble, give God your best. Remember you're a man, ain't no S on your chest. You know where help comes from when you're up or you're down. That crew runs deep, keep the real ones around. This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move. Yeah. That crew runs deep. Keep the real ones around. Keep the real ones around. INA runs deep. Keep the real ones around. Keep the real ones around. The real ones around. INA runs deep, keep the real ones around.
Hello, welcome to Investigate and Advocate, where injustice finds no rest. I'm your host, Jedediah Brown, aka Black, aka Black. I'm your host, Jedediah Brown, aka Black, and I just realized that right now I am running for Congress, United States Congress in Illinois' 2nd Congressional District, and I got a tattoo on my face. Oh, that's so cool. All right, y'all. I'm surprised that I didn't even think about that. Take it, trolls. Take it. Do what you will with it. Yes, I am running for United States Congress, Illinois' 2nd Congressional District, with my nickname on my eyebrow. Can you all imagine that? Can you imagine that? Well, regardless of whatever happens with that, I am the proud commander of For the Culture, Investigate and Advocate for the Culture, INA. Well, I am the proud commander. I direct the day-to-day and the resources of our amazing and growing family. Now at 81 members, we are waiting for God to bless us with the final remainder to get to our first 100. And we're going to launch and we're going to take over this country. We're going to take it by storm, doing amazing things. It's doing amazing things in the earth. We've already started doing amazing things, as our first initiative gives $500 away a month to a person selected by our members, nominated, selected by our members. And then that one is confirmed by our board, to which I am so proud to announce that our 16-member board is shy of 2 members. We're 2 members away of having a full board of directors for our national family. Two members away. In other words, what I'm trying to tell you all is that beyond all of the noise, don't let nobody get it twisted. We are working very, 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 very focused in the background. We're slowly building, and that's the most effective way to build, because what we build, it will be sustainable, it will be effective, and it will be something that we can leave this world with as a better world. And hopefully we can also be able to leave our children um, with something they can be proud of and inherit. I saw a post this morning. Good Sunday morning. I saw a post this morning. I got a lot to talk about, so bear with me. But I guarantee you it won't be 7 hours long. The only way we would ever do a live stream that long, because I have done a live stream that long once. I've done a long live stream one time since I have been on this platform. I've only done one multi-houred live stream that went beyond 5 hours. And that was because we walked from Dalton to downtown Chicago to bring awareness and to hope, in hopes of getting the attention of the governor of Illinois due to the plight and the concerns expressed by the residents of the city of Dalton. That was not something that was normal. It was not something that was disingenuous, and it was something that was extremely sacrificial, and it should be remembered as such, because not an entire, but there was the people in a village that was expressing their dissatisfaction, and we put work to it. We stood by and with them, and we put work to it. Now, that is great. But when people are genuinely impacted by it, that makes it greater. And so I want to talk about that for 2 seconds, because I woke up this morning with a post that stirred my heart. There's a difference between a fool with the internet and an adult with good sense that has access to that same internet. They're not the same. I saw somebody wrote a comment on Cooking with Frank saying, I take Jedediah's last 2 interviews as him trying to save his image because all the negative and bad press he's been receiving. Boy, these people really think that this internet stuff on YouTube is real. It is so sad to me. Now, of course, it is a space where people get information, and I mean, people look at it, obviously, it helps you form your opinions, I guess. But you got to be an idiot to think that I need to repair my image based off of what a few YouTube haters got to say. Lord, I didn't realize how far off kilter we are. And that's why they tell you, be careful, because what you say is interpreted differently by many different people, because not everybody, some people are sped, and I ain't talking about moving fast, okay? Some people are truly sped. I take those last 2 interviews. No, we do interviews. Like, what image do we need to repair? And what's wrong with it? It just blows my mind. But anyway, it's like 100 comments on this video that Frank just did, Cooking with Frank just did. but it was that one that made me just say, because you know, I do find a moment or two where I'm able to look at this stuff and I'm just reading it and I actually respond. As a matter of fact, I don't gotta just talk about it. I can go to it. Let me go to it. Because I just found it to be, it was just a fascinating comment. I actually reading stopped reading them for now because I have to as a matter of fact, I guess we're no, okay, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a lot to talk about, but I'm gonna just go with the flow of where we are. So let's go to Frank's page real quick. Okay. The first thing that I want to point out since I'm on here is that salute to the real folks out there. We keep it rolling over here. Let them keep crying. To support the channel, hit the super thanks or cash app. Cooking with Frank, $ cooking with Frank. You guys, let me just be honest with you. I like the guy. I tremendously support him. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even ask y'all to do something that I won't do. And so, and it doesn't have nothing to do with his program not necessarily speaking well of us, because he don't speak bad of us, because he don't really he just speaks what his opinion is, or he speaks what he sees or his interpretation. And he's very, very gentle with people who just don't agree. He says, we don't have to, we're not gonna argue about, basically he lets people have a right to disagree with them, and I actually honored that. Cooking with Frank, Chef Frank. Okay, so when you push Cooking with Frank, it says Chef Frank, and I'm gonna just say for the chef. Wait, for support of your work. Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't ask nobody to do something that I won't do because I don't roll like that. It's not how I roll. It ain't $1,000,000, but I also know that when you really appreciate people, hold on. When you appreciate people, you demonstrate that. And there you go. $50 sent to Chef Frank. Okay. I just sent $50 to Chef Frank in appreciation of his work. And I'm basically demonstrating that to say to guys that are on this live stream, you all really should be an encouragement to that brother. And you can contribute to him with $ cooking with Frank. We appreciate him over here. Okay. Somebody said stay focused. I'm extremely focused right now. Trust me, I am. All right. So I was reading down this, and after he did his last broadcast, Minion wants people to give him money so he can go see Jed. Damn, they are obsessed with Jed. You're killing me. The victimization network of Thornton Township has more drama than a van full of drag queens on their way to a wig sale. Damn. LNC really thinks he's going to win. He is obsessed with Jed. These are the comments of what these people are saying. Dude, you don't want to go to Harvey. If you take 50, it don't take $50 to take his ass to Harvey. So what is he talking about over there? Is he over in another continent? Yeah, Minion wants to raise $3,000. He needs $3,000 for a trip to Harvey. I've taken that trip many, many, many times. And I'm going to say, even if I've left, no matter what state I've left from, I think that it's often cost around the same. It is it's about, okay, because the flight could be about between 2 to 3 something. It's going to probably cost about $450 to $500 to get to Harvey from pretty much anywhere in the country. um, about $450 to get anywhere in the country. And to be honest, I will be fair, because I have an advantage of having a car that is available to me there. I have multiple vehicles. I have a driver. So if you add on renting a car, which probably pretty much typically costs me about $200, and you add a deposit, which I don't know if they're going to pay as deposit, I could see it being around 12. Hotel, about 12, $1,300. Yeah. I can see about be about 12, $1,300 to have to travel to anywhere for a trip to Harvey, Illinois, because um, you do got to think about hotel, food. Yeah, I can see that. But he wants $3,000. But also because I'm an integral man and I don't create sensationalized narratives. He also wants them to pay for him to be able to bring other people as well as do production. He has a personal desire to do a documentary. And so he wants them to provide him with $3,000 for him to travel there, um, and Ryan can pick him up, take him to his house. Hilarious. Okay, so let me go back to this. So Def Minion is a fan. Frank Rose, wow, why is Jed so emotional? He acts like a teenage girl, and Frank liked that shit. You know what, Frank? I need you to send me back about 10 of them dollars. Why would Frank heart that? Oh, the shade in the comment section. So yeah, y'all. Frank took an indirect swipe at the king. I did not know this because again, I didn't watch this stuff like that. I mean, I didn't have the opportunity to really go through it all. I did watch the whole episode of Frank's broadcast. But yeah, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, apparently Frank thinks that I operate or act like a little teenage girl because it says, why is Jay so emotional? He acts like a teenage girl. Well, to the person that's to the brother, to the white man hanging on to the other white man in the picture. Here go my message to you, which you probably will never see this Kiska. Jason Kiska 4142. Let me put it to you like this. I am a very passionate and expressive man. I don't think that emotions is a girl trait. I think that it is a trait of a person more tapped into their emotions, which I can be at times quite a bit. But if you look at that broadcast and you have that perspective just from that broadcast, you might miss it. But what you see is a man that is completely frustrated because these fans have my name in their mouth every single day doing all kinds of things. And so you might have experienced a little bit of frustration and a little bit of fatigue because I sat there and I felt like I was becoming dumber by the moment. So it's interesting, right? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You see this response or this one video, and I will give it to the guy. For the most part, he was kind of subtle on my broadcast, and I had to realize at one point that I was kind of sort of screaming at him a little bit. like you can't be this dumb, you can't be this foolish. And I was like, okay, so there it is. But yeah, Frank liked the comment. I don't really take offense to it. I just think it's funny. He wants Jedediah, but Jedediah is not interested. I told you, broken but brother Dino. I like broke back minion, but I guess now they've changed the name to broken butt brother. Cooking on slow boil. Okay, Frank, you are definitely cooking, smoking, and delivering. I don't remember where the comment was, but I saw, hey, Frank, the question is to ask a straight male, are you gay? Hey, Frank, when the question is to ask a straight man, are you gay? He's gonna fire back quick. Hell, MF and nah. If a person files to sue a person and claiming to be terrorized and their life and health is being tampered with as a result, then that person should cease, but it says cease from antagonizing that person because the courts will pound that gavel and categorize it as tit for tat. I wonder if the FBI folks have their own name for these people. They got to be tired of hearing from them with these frivolous mess. Cooking with Frank, another great one. I'm sorry, but I see a crush. He didn't come up with cooking with stank on his own. What did it profit him to mention you on Jazz Live like that? Okay, so a lot of comments over here with Frank. Obviously, Frank brings the community out. Frank, he was trying to. Okay, I'm glad. Yes, he can. Frank, I missed the stream, so I had to watch the ops to catch you on the live. I support you just like Jed. Super chat. Kevin is a great supporter of everybody. And oh, see, I'm trying to just tell y'all, it's just, I'm glad that I'm taking this time out because I'm just seeing everything now. So Kevin gives us $2. He gave Frank 5. I want a full foul on Kevin. He gave him $5. He gave us $2. I'm just playing. Okay. Frank, love your pet name. Sarah, I see Jed's last. Okay, here it is right here. Sebastian Hart, dumbass. I see Jed's last 2 interviews as a diversion tactic to try to rebuild his image after all the negative press. To rebuild. Okay, wait a minute. Sorry, I see Jed's last 2 interviews as a diversion tactics to try and rebuild his image after all in the negative pressure he has been receiving. In my mind, it's just the grifter playing the game. Hammer Jam says, totally agree. And I like what Frank says to his audience. He says, hey, no need to apologize. It's your opinion. And then someone said, at least he is trying to do something positive. Now, what about these others? Can they have a way of reaching instead of playing the victim when wanting to sue over here? Over what? He said, to sue over what? He said, he said, she said stuff. Now, what sucks in this is I know I responded. Where's my comment at? My comment is gone. Man, I just did all of that and don't even see my comment. I did all that and don't see my comment. Interesting. So, my bad, but I responded to them. Y'all look at that. I did it so Frank can afford a lawyer. I want the $2 super chat. No, totally appreciate it. Okay. So I woke up and I saw a comment from a resident of Dalton, and it just really blessed my soul because she is also a member of INA. And she said the other day that minion guy said Jada should apologize to Beth. Beth needs to apologize to INA. I love that. I just love that because it isn't just one person that this has shocked and offended. It's an entire group of people who treated her with the utmost love, care, and respect, and a sense of community, which now she doesn't have. Unfortunately, she knows why. There hasn't been not one senior from the INA team out in the streets showing our asses. We move with decorum. I love it. Planning in by policy. Let's be clear about Beth and her walking with Jed to Pritzker's house. That fact that she walked proves she wasn't on the team because Jed told us to either stay home or ride in cars. I don't sit on lives watching the bullshit that they spew for hours. You won't find me in anybody's chat commenting. You never saw me at a Dalton meeting yelling at Tiffany. I rarely speak. But I can't sit back and keep watching this Beth saga when I know the truth. INA is always in the crowd. You don't know when they're around. Bars. Come on with the KS bars. I've been around this whole time, sitting in the cut. So Beth knows, I know. Have a great Sunday. People oftentimes would just rather stay away from the mess, and we totally respect and appreciate that. And here is a senior female woman in Dalton asserting, no, we do exist, but we not on that. And that's what I love, and that's what I keep trying to tell y'all. There are so many more people that are for than there are against. And that's why the difference is that you will probably try to create a sense of a reality based off of what you see, especially when you don't have it in you to go do some research and get down to the nitty-gritty and to the bottom of it for yourself. The people of Dalton don't have any ill or angst against me. But that was such eloquently written and articulated, and it was also so validating and freeing, because what benefit was it of hers to come out and say anything? But the fact that she did it is why there's a difference between a fool and a real one with access to the same internet. And I love that. She said, you don't know when they're around. You don't know where investigate and advocate is. You might think you know, but you don't have a clue. And don't let me saying 81 members and for the culture make you think that we ain't outside and we don't got people, because we do. I'm going to tell y'all about something that really blessed my soul and what really got me happy. I got on this live and I asked you guys to sow into me. We were able to get $400 total. I had 8 things that I was dealing with, and I have 3 of them now at this particular moment. 8 things that I personally was dealing with. I got 3 of them now at this particular moment. One of them, I said that I believe God was going to help handle by the end of the week. That's what I believed. That's what I felt. I felt like God was letting me know I got this. I believe that to be the will of God, but I don't know God's timing. And I do want to assert that the issue is not resolved. It is the end of the week. But I want to tell you something. As I was handling these things, we helped somebody get a place to stay. We were able to help that same family get something to eat. This is one of my favorite ones here. There was this kid who, you know what? I'm not even going to get off into their story, because again, it's not about that. You choose to believe what you want to believe. But this is a child who has a story, and I'm not going to tell their story. But I didn't post it online. I was going to do it, but I decided not to, because their identity should be secure when they're children. But you all bought that little toy there and that juice, and you helped produce that smile. I want to tell y'all thank you so much. You all helped produce that smile on the face of a child. And I never even got online and told y'all about what was going on. And for people who would want to again be fools, because I don't think it's necessary. Let me take a screenshot of this. I don't think it's necessary. I'm going to put a little bit of that picture on there. Hold on. I just really want y'all to understand this, because somebody said, yeah, you know, like I said, emotionalism is not the trait of a female. It's not. I think it's a God trait. I'm gonna take this out. I gotta take this name out. And now I need to remove their face again. Give me a second. Okay. All right, I think I did it. Let me make sure I did it right. Okay. So that you guys know that I'm not bull crapping. This was sent to me yesterday. Love you too. Seeing this message hit my heart. I really appreciate it. And yesterday at 9:29 p.m., I got this, and it said the child said thank you. That's a conversation. And I put the picture of the person. Is like that. I left it, it's in the corner there, so you can see a little bit of it. But y'all don't need to know the identity of this family. Everybody that comes to advocates or comes to organizations needing some kind of help or refuge or relief, we don't always put it on the internet. As a matter of fact, 9 times out of 10, we don't. But it creates a weight for me, because I'm oftentimes having to try to figure this stuff out without telling the people how much I'm figuring out. And then how many times can you come and ask people to do stuff? And so it becomes a weight for me that I believe God gave me. I believe that God gave me this path. He gave me this life. But I asked y'all to help. I asked y'all to sow into me, and y'all did it. $400 was raised. It wasn't a ton of money, but it helped tremendously. And we helped 5 people get immediate relief. But I'm still sitting up here like, but God, I believed that by the end of the week, you were going to do something for this lady that's in Harvey. But it didn't happen. So that was last night. If I'm not mistaken, the end of the week is Saturday at 11:59:59. Family, hear these words that are coming out of my mouth. Do you know that I got a message last night? After I got that text message, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I know my God when He speaks to me. So I said, well, what did I do wrong? Maybe I should have went back and continued to pray and get further instructions or clarity. Maybe I didn't do something because faith without works is dead. But God, I declared on live that you were going to do something by the end of the week. Just like when I was talking to that lady and I heard her wheezing still. I said, it's the end of the day. What's the problem? I don't need to be no fake person. There's no benefit of that. Family, family, family. Let me just put it like this. I got a call last night, and this person who they got a lot. Let's just put it like that. They said, Jediah, I came across your video on YouTube. Your video came up on my thing yesterday. And you was talking about a woman and a child. Jesus! They said you were talking about a woman and a child that basically was sitting in the house without power and no place to go. And they was like, well, Jedi, I know how you are. Did you handle it? Is there anything I can do? I said, no, it ain't handled. It's like really complicated. There's legal stuff going on. Da, 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 da. Let me summarize this for y'all. One very wealthy person just told me to give them a call on Monday morning. They gonna get the whole situation taken care of. If that means helping them get a place to stay, catching up on the bills, taking care of any cost to fight the fight, they said, Jedediah, don't even worry about it no more. I'm gonna take care of this whole situation. And this is what blew me. They said, I don't even be sitting on YouTube. And I was just going through my phone and I clicked on my YouTube and your video popped up. And when I saw your face, I'm like, what the hell is he up to now? Come on now, you can't tell me my God ain't real. That was last night. And then somebody from the southern suburbs, I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm, again, I don't have a middle ground. I'm either gonna be super emotional, I'm gonna be real docile, I'm gonna be real like indifferent acting. But y'all, last night, I also got a call from somebody that has access to, man, bruh. Somebody just called me and basically like, look, we can share resources. What we need to do. Do you all know that before I went to bed last night, and I'm sitting up here thinking, God, I could do nothing. Y'all don't, I don't know. I don't know how to explain this to y'all. But when I was on my way to Chicago, I couldn't get there. It happened not once, not twice. I said, we're going to do a protest all week. I couldn't get there. It was some things that was going on that made me stay where I'm at. And then when I was getting ready to go there yesterday, because I was going to be at Mary's birthday party, something happened. I couldn't get there. And I'm like, why is it that I cannot get to Harvey? I done made all the things put in place. I done told my team, oh, we got to go and do this protest. I didn't call to make sure that our lawyers is prepared. I did all this preparation. And I couldn't get there. And then I was so happy because I had talked to Kiki Wyatt, and I'm like, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get her to do something in the campaign. And then the next day after I do that with her, when we get to hang out with her, we went to the club, we had fun. And then her son come on in there talking stuff. I'm like, all right, never mind, Kiki. Girl, never mind. Never mind. I'm like, but I'm just like, God, why? Every time that I'm trying to take 10 steps, step forward, I got to get knocked back 10 steps. So I'm like, okay, you come on, do this concert for me, for my campaign. Then her son get on the internet talking about his mama then did this and did that. And I'm like, I just posted a picture with you yesterday. Never mind. So I'm like, back to the drawing board. I don't care. We good. We good. No, don't, so anyway, I'm just like, God, what is it that I always got to deal with some stuff, frustrating stuff? So I'm just sitting here, but I'm in this place. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. And I'm like, the whole week that came, and God, I ain't got nothing to show. Then at the 11th hour, I don't care what nobody got to say. Let me tell you what my God did. My God just made somebody who can change this thing around like that reach out to me before the midnight hour struck. And it wasn't even close to that. I think it was maybe like it was after I got this from this family with this young man. And I was like, I'm just sitting here like, you can't make this stuff up. And they said, I'll handle it. I'm going to handle it all. You tell me what you need. I'm going to handle this from A to Z. I can believe it. And I just want to get on here and I want to serve my praise and my glory, the glory and the honor that I want to put on God, because what is going to be able to be done, nobody can get the credit for it but God, who spoke to me while I was sitting on a live stream. And all I had to do was be willing. But sometimes when you willing, you ain't even got to do it. I'm sorry, y'all, I get excited. That's the crazy part. God told that man in the Bible, he said, I want you to give me a sacrifice. That man said, yes, man, bro. One day I'm gonna get a producer again. Y'all, my excitement is just I can't contain it, because if you've been watching and paying attention, then you saw what was going on. I was sitting on this live stream and I'm saying, okay, God, so I'm gonna go protest. All right, God, I'm gonna sit out there for a week. Okay, God, you're gonna do this by the end of the week. Okay, God, it's gonna happen for him. And I'm sitting up there doing all of that. And then I'm trying to do it and I'm getting frustrated and stopped and aggravated and agitated and hindered in every way, shape, form, and fashion. Only for at the very end. And I sit down and I'm saying, but God, the one thing where I felt like you spoke to me. Thank God for the people on YouTube, but this is the one that I felt that you spoke me to, and ain't nothing happening. What's wrong? Then I get a call from a celebrity. I got this. And I don't need no public things. I'm gonna handle this for you. So on Sunday morning, I want to say glory to God. And I sat there and I explained the fullness of what was going on. Yeah, I think I got back up. But I literally just want I want to make that make sense for you all right now. You got to be willing to obey God. It doesn't even mean you're going to have to. You got to be willing to sacrifice for God. Doesn't mean you're going to have to. He set me up. And no, it ain't done yet. But we got what we need to do it. And I got it by the end of the week. Jesus. He said, I need you. He said, and that don't even mean that I won't protest. It don't mean that nothing stops. But that is how this works. That is how God works. And that's why I will never doubt him and refuse and can't live without him. Jesus Christ. You cannot tell me my God ain't real. You can't do it. I'll never believe you. I'll never believe you. I'll never believe you. I'll never believe you. So I give God glory. And we're going to get this stuff right. We're going to get this handled for this woman with this baby. And that will leave me with 2 more things that I committed to getting done. And after that, y'all, I'm going to advocate, but I have to take a step back because it's time for me to become a congressman. Reality check, you said stop playing with God. It's not smart. Hebrews 10:31. I want you to come on my screen. Because I want you to stop playing with me. You are one of those fanatical people who only think about the letter, but there is no spirit dwelling in you. You have no discernment and you make no sense. Here it is that I'm on here praising God for something that's actually happened. And you get your foolish, hot suit wearing ass in a car broadcasting, talking about stop playing with God. And I'm wondering how and where do you demonstrate the love of God, the power of God, the provision of God, the mercy of God, and everything that you do when you sitting up there sitting with people who are spewing hate at a man, and you have nothing in you that's a peacemaker. You need to go get yourself somewhere and sit down and meet God because you don't know. He's with the lowly and the outcast, the downtrodden, the oppressed. He don't do that. Every time that I've gone to God about any of this stuff, he always deals with me about me because guess what? The power lies in literally the places where he put his treasure. You got nerve because you can quote a scripture to tell me don't play with God when you don't even hear the fact that I tell people every day I need God. But you sit up there with fools who want to basically be mad because I acknowledge God. You could never, ever step to a man like me and be taken serious. I want you to know today, you bring your raggedy ass, because I will curse with it, on my screen. I'm going to sit you down because what you did not pay attention to is that I happen to have been a pastor for 10 years of my life because my family raised me in the fear and the admonition and the love of God. And it might not have necessarily been the path that I ultimately took. You not going to be a deacon checking no pastor. So bring your butt on this screen. And then now let's talk about what scripture says. Because I didn't come on here for that. You will not mess up my moment from acknowledging my God for doing something that you couldn't, wouldn't, and you wouldn't even think to do. Talking about some playing with God. I thank God today because he did what I couldn't do and what you wouldn't do. He's doing it. And you shall know them by their what? Because when my mother get on here to pray, God speaks and she speaks and they respond. I ain't seen not one person receive no salvation from not one of your broadcasts. Now you ain't got nothing to say. You stop playing with God, you better get to know him. As a matter of fact, sound and brass, tinkling cymbal, and they will come. Did not do this in your name. And he will say, turn away from me, you worker of iniquity, because I never knew you. You got to have the word and the spirit. You got to be able to know the distinction and the difference because guess what? The Bible declares that God created both good and evil and he uses them both according to his purpose. You can't understand that in your mind. He said he used them both. In other words, God will use evil for his purpose. But you want to think God is good sitting around. See you tonight at 8:40. You won't see me. You won't see me. But I know one thing, you bring your tired, your ridiculousness over here and you get a platform, you can see me now. Because you want to talk about God, you get on my platform. Not too many people are going to be watching yours. And let's talk about what God is doing and what God is up to and who he is. Because I guarantee you, I've watched you. You literally, you need to go and probably sit on someone's couch. Take your prayers to someone's couch because it's not all there. You literally spend your time with individuals who are only doing one thing, and that's causing drama. And it's literally amongst themselves because I only respond to it when I choose to. I don't live in that realm. Talking about some see me at 8:40. You sound dumb. I see you now. As a matter of fact, it's 12 o'clock. Why you ain't at church or getting out? Since you so holier than thou, perfect and better in all of your ways. You the kind of person that'll sin and that'll have a nervous breakdown, which I know you sin because you don't understand how God works or how he operates. You sitting here watching me stop playing with God. Why? Because I can thank him because he brought relief to someone's life. You mad because literally my base and my support, when I call for resources, we get them and we get stuff done. You show me a child smiling today because of your platform. How much money have you made broadcasting Dalton? And what have you delivered to that community? You need a reality check, and you better be glad you didn't come on here and get one because you was about to. I get I get so shocked. No, I don't get shocked. I get so clear. This is why Dalton wasn't going to win that fight without me because of people like that. God had to bring a real one in. And that's what I'm going to keep on repeating. I see it now. I understand it now. You know, you don't ask God why me, you just thank him for doing it. Dalton didn't have a chance with y'all. They didn't have a chance. Injustice don't have a chance with y'all. Because even after the fight for Dalton, I'm working hard to make sure that everything is corrected the way it needs to be. And y'all sit on my platform. Reality, I don't watch none of your stuff. You come across my Facebook page and I scroll right past it. It don't even come up in my algorithm no more. But remember this, you the one that came to me. Okay, let's go to the next part. As a matter of fact, I'm so curious. That just again, I got so much that I want to talk about, but let me pause for a second because I need to go. I just need to. I called it out, so I need to see something real quick. This fool talking about. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. What does Hebrews 10:31 say? Hebrews 10. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. The verse comes after the quote. He will avenge and repay. Hold on one second. It is dreadful. It is a dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Let me go to the full chapter because I know you, I know you just made my broadcast. Okay, let's go to 26 and 31 because that is a whole subsection of this. If we deliberately keep on sinning after we have received the knowledge of the truth, no sacrifice for sins is left, but only a fearful expectation of judgment and of raging fire that will consume the enemies of God. Anyone who rejected the law of Moses died without mercy on the testimony of two or three witnesses. How much more severely do you think someone deserves to be punished who has trampled the Son of God underfoot, who has treated as an unholy thing the blood of the covenant that sanctified them, and who has insulted the Spirit of grace? For we know him who said, "It is mine to avenge. I will repay." And again, the Lord will judge his people. It is a dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. If you take this entire subsection into account for what it's saying in totality, it is actually talking about a state of a person. It's talking about a state of a mind of a person. And basically, you got to understand this, that we are incorruptible beings. And people, there's a difference between struggling and intentionally living a sinful life, living your life against God, or living your life in direct contempt or rejection of the will of God. And then there are people who would, in their heart, desire to live a more fruitful, godly lifestyle, but they struggle. And so you cannot take this passage and utilize it as a weapon to try to condemn, for there is no condemnation. You got to walk this whole roll. You can't just eat a part of it. You got to eat the whole scroll. And get this, there's no condemnation for those who what? And so get this. When you read this, it's basically saying that the people of Moses, or the people in Moses' day, they died without mercy. That was the law. That's what the Bible makes it clear. That was the law. You sin, you die, you're judged, you're condemned, because there was no son, no sacrifice. And I'm not going to come on here and do Bible study. But according to our faith, Jesus died on the cross for our sins. And we have grace and mercy so that when we struggle, we are not condemned and we don't die, because he is a savior. It is amazing that God put himself in place to literally be the sacrifice for our sinful nature. So somebody is struggling in sin, but their heart desires to be in right standing with God. You got an advocate, and you don't have to live your life in fear that God takes you as an enemy, because it says that he takes you as literally a son and as a bride. He says that he is married to the backslider. It says that we are his children. And so what God does is that God allows you the ability to see that your human deficiency is no longer power enough to separate you from your eternal destiny, and that's to be joined back with him. It is not a pass for sin for nature. It is not a pass for sin. The ultimate unforgivable sin is denying the existence of his spirit and literally rejecting him. That's it. All this other fleshly stuff, God created a path. And so when you get somebody who reads the Bible and they take that and they say, it is a dreadful thing to fall into the hands of God, my thing would be, go read your Bible. And when you get done reading it, ask for the Lord's Spirit to come in, because you need some light. You need some light. You're literally shrouded in judgment and darkness, and you don't even know the difference between, become all things to all men. How the hell you gonna tell me I need to be corrected? It says, no, let me go to your particular place that you exegeted and you isolated. It says in the 26th verse, in the NIV version, it says, if we keep on sinning after we have received the knowledge of the truth. That's the first part of it, fool. How you gonna condemn and you ain't even witnessed yet? I ain't never had a conversation with you at all for you to sit down and articulate something that you felt was like it wasn't biblical, or that it was incorrect. You ain't taught nothing. You have not walked alongside nobody, prayed with nobody. And if I'm not your assignment, that's the problem that I have with you. Mind your business, because you ain't called to me in my correction. Because in order to correct me, you got to be called to me. That means you got to love me. That means you got to understand me. That means you got to have long suffering and longevity to walk the journey with me. You are not somebody that God chose to be saved from out of your mess so that you could come and point a finger at everybody else. He saved you so that you could be proof and an example to somebody that they literally can become better. You do not have the power of God in you so that you can condemn and send anybody to hell. As a matter of fact, the hottest you can get somebody is to have them sit in the backseat of your car while you on there preaching in them suits. If you don't cut the air conditioning on, that's as hot as you can get them. You can't send nobody to hell. So before you try to get the mo on my eye, deal with the beam in yours. Mind your business. And don't try to judge my praise, because fool, you ain't here. And you don't know what it feels like. And then that's what you really need to be asking God. If this is as clear, cut, and dry as you want to make it, then why does God keep on making a way over and over again? Why keep doing it? Why he keep on blessing me? Why he keep on expanding me? Why he keep on giving me favor? Why does he keep on giving me access? Why does he keep on delivering? Where is the exploits following your mouth? Because I got mine. Sit down. You need to take ministers class on ministers training school all over again. I won't condemn you to hell, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't condemn you at all. But this is what I'm gonna tell you: you better stop playing with me. That's what I'm gonna tell you, because you're gonna get checked. And the reality to which you think it is gonna be far different, because I don't play those games. Now, one thing you cannot do and will not do with me is play with me when it comes to my love for God. Because if it had not been for his grace and mercy, I know where I would be. And keep on watching, because you're going to sit over here for my whole broadcast until I determine to end the button. You're going to sit here, fool. Now, let me keep it going. Brought your ass over here to announce your broadcast. Ain't nobody watching. We good. Now I'm confused. I was there. You was there. Y'all was there. I heard it. The judge dismissed the case. I have no order of protection that I am supposed to be responding to. But case 25, 250, P as in Paul, 76, 5, 220. 250, Paul, 76, 5, 20. Vivian Allen versus Jedediah Brown and Keith Price. So what this monkey did was, I guess, because I don't know, we're looking this up because I'm trying to understand it. So the judge dismisses a case against me. And then you go to the other case that you have with Keith Price, and then you add my name as one of the defendants. Or, and I'm saying this in full transparency, because right now I have so much that I have been doing. I have not been paying attention to this. Or is this a new lawsuit that have been filed? Because pursuant to the Supreme Court Rule 214, the plaintiff, who's pro se, respectfully requests that Keith Price produce the following documents within 28 days of service. So wait a minute. This is to Keith Price and not me? Then why am I mentioned as one of the defendants? Oh, wait a minute, Vivian. So you stop playing with the court as it relates to Daryl Coleman, silly ass woman? See, they do this stuff for the internet. So I guess my name is literally, legally, officially Jedediah Brown, huh? It's real interesting to see people file court documents. And even in filing court documents show how foolish they are. Now, what is it that Vivian Allen is requiring for Keith Price to produce? All emails, text, social media, direct messages, group chat transcripts, and messages concerning and referencing Vivian Allen and her children, family members, and a nonprofit, Your Favorite Survivor. So is this for an order of protection where you want to show cause to the court by which you are under some level of danger? You mean to tell me that you didn't already have your evidence gathered and you want it as a matter of discovery, that he is supposed to get these documents to you as a personal private citizen? All social media posts, live streams, videos. You know what? Let me help you out. Y'all need to really stop depending on Chat GBT and get you a lawyer, because this has already been solved in one simple thing. You will ask for a judge to ask for a motion to preserve all evidence pertaining to the case. That way, then, if you can provide any proof that something has been deleted subsequent to that order, then they could be held in contempt of the court. But all right, let's let them keep on playing like they smart, dumbasses. All social media posts, live streams, videos, and comment threads made about or directed towards Vivian Allen or any platform, including any deleted or edited content, all scripts, outlines, talking points, or notes created for any video or online post that referenced, attacked, or criticized or mentioned Vivian Allen. All documents or communications related to the removal, editing, hiding, or deletion of posts or content about Vivian Allen. Content and communications related. All organizational charts, bylaws, contracts, member rosters, leadership assessments for, here we go, investigate and advocate for the culture or any other affiliated group mentioned in your content. All communications with INA members, leaders, or volunteers about Vivian Allen. Any directives, tasks, assignments, instructions you received from INA or for the culture regarding online content, investigations, or public campaigns involving Vivian Allen. Any recordings or transcripts or affidavits shared with or obtained by you regarding Vivian Allen, including any recordings made without her knowledge or consent. Now, here's where it gets fun for me. This motherfucker want for Keith Price to provide her tax returns, W-2s, and 1099s, or financial statements from the past 3 years for Jedediah Brown, the person, in person. This dumb ass woman. And I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say about my language or about anything. Because I don't give a fuck. If you can sit here and do this stupid shit all day, I'm not giving you no damn excuse because you only got 10% of your head left. She wants my tax returns, 1099s and W-2s, financial statements for the past 3 years. Who consulting this hoe? I got an idea. I know who doing it. She wants bank statements and digital wallet records, Cash App, PayPal, etc. for Jedediah Brown from January 2022 to present. She wants for Keith Price to invoices, receipts, and ledgers of revenue earned from social media content involving Vivian Allen. Proof of business, registration, licenses, bonding, or insurance for service offered by Jedediah Brown. Proof that INA isn't registered in any U.S. state, including articles of incorporations or tax ID. Donations, payment, ledgers received via social media under the name of INA for the past 3 years. List of donor or contributors to INA. Names may be redacted. Internal financial statements of INA, including any reimbursements or payments made to the defendants. INA's public ethics and policies. Terms of service and websites, business registration documents for the culture, list of for the culture officers or team members, all revenue from YouTube, Cash App, fundraisers, outgoing payments or stipends issued under FTC, IP logs, device logs. She want our IP logs and metadata for accounts used or created or post about Vivian Allen, documents showing admin controls of any pages or platforms used to post about Vivian Allen, all communications with Cooking with Frank and Jay Naive involving Vivian Allen, her nonprofit, or her legal case. She wants all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, what in the, and here I'll show you the evidence, Chat GBT, the fuck is going on? So you didn't even remember to erase where you then, after having acted like you did it, put your address, city, state, zip, phone number, email address, and date. I don't have time for this, but I thought that I just wanted to take on a moment to come on here because the grand finale for me was the best. You literally didn't even edit the end of this dumb asshole. These people are a joke. And that's what I'm talking about. This is the people who was going to save Dalton. This was them. These was the fucks that was going to save Dalton. Respectfully submitted. Just put chat. You know, just this makes no sense. This makes no sense whatsoever. Let me put this in context of what I want y'all to understand today. This is beyond, this is far beyond something that's just on the internet. These people are really trying to affect our real lives by filing real court documents. They're trying to put in real court process. It causes us to incur real cost. You all understand that this is not, if this was just a public figure, i.e. me, dealing with people who talk shit on the internet, then it would literally be nothing. Me responding to it would be my own foolishness or my own choosing. But this isn't that. This is these people literally filing court documents. Y'all have to think about the caliber and the nature of what I'm expressing. These people are calling the FBI, trying to get investigations launched for things over YouTube. This isn't banter. This isn't just, oh, you should be more mature and ignore it. No, these are people literally trying to take us to court and get criminal charges and have lawsuits and experience loss of freedom, time, energy, finance, effort, peace. This is not normal, nor is it okay. It's despicable and sad, foolish. It is literally diabolical. Things like this reshape policy. There's somebody that has a legitimate crisis. There are people with real crisis, real danger, real issues. Judges are not robots, they're human beings. And they only give so much time to these matters. And then courts are backlogged like hell. And on top of being backlogged like hell, when they do these hearings, it shuts out everybody else's ability to have real issues for that entire day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is wrong. This is wrong. And so I want to give you a gift. I'm not wasting my time. And I won't ask y'all to do something that I'm not willing to do, but I need y'all to hear me. I'm not wasting my damn time. I don't have it in me to waste my time. Tomorrow, a man has a case in Flint that a senior man that have been brutalized by his police department. So it's either go to that court case or deal with this dumb shit. No, thank you. Room 403, video 4. This will be the Zoom information for this stupid shit tomorrow at 11 a.m. My case was dismissed. I have no idea what tomorrow is. I have not been served with anything. However, I did look on there and they said that they gave her the ability to serve by email, and this is filed with a court. But I'm very much so perplexed because I don't understand what is going on. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on because that's the courtroom information. So the issue for me in this is I have to figure out, I'm trying to figure out if this is stuff that is this old or new? Because, hold on, y'all, I got to see something. I just don't understand this at this point because how the fuck do you do a motion that's for something that's already been determined? So this is what somebody sent me. Again, I have no notice of filing. I don't even see an email. But this is the same case number. This is the same case number, but it doesn't even have Keith Price listed as a defendant. This says that I'm the defendant. So it's like, what is going on? What in the fuck law library are you using? Because it says that this is a motion for the same case number. She obviously is using Daryl Coleman because she's trying to be cute with her ugly ass. And then it says a motion for rule to show cause, contempt. She says that I'm showing that she's going to show cause for contempt, and the court case is tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the courtroom that I just showed y'all, in person or via Zoom, 555. So I'm lost. I'm like, I don't know. And if I'm not mistaken, and if I have this correct, she's going to take her fake disabled ass, because she's not really disabled, and she's going to go to this court. And the only thing that I think a judge is going to be able to tell her is, lady, the case was dismissed. You can't then file a motion of contempt for something that was dismissed. And then your stupid ass is online talking about me all the fucking time. Let me help you, woman. You're done. You're defeated. Your stupid ass is not relevant. I don't talk about you, think about you, organize about you. Those communications, if you could get them, would be, look at this dumb hoe. And there will probably be nothing further than that. Outside of the fact that let me give you your goddamn discovery. When I found out that the world was kicking Keith Price's ass, I went and did a deeper dive into the situation. We were able to successfully uncover that you, in fact, lied about your your health crisis. And so therefore, we sat on it because you were never relevant. Alicia Nicole had already backed off of you, and she showed class by not blasting you online. And most of the people in Dalton was starting to have, and not Alicia Nicole in this part, but there was a rumor mill that was going on about you, and people started to see how fake you were. and then how you were trying to weaponize your familiarity to force people to try to do stuff, but they wouldn't do it because nobody wants to be associated with you essentially for real. And so that's why you had to leave the city of Dalton that you are not a resident of, even now to this day, from my understanding. I don't understand how a person who is on disability owns a building, even though that is illegal. And even though you sit up there complaining about a walk that was canceled, your money and all the stuff that was invested, I think the fact of it is that you got out of it knowing that nobody was going to go to that shit. You would never have a successful walk because, number one, people know you're lying. I didn't destroy anything. I want you to understand this, you grifting weird ass lady. I don't think about you, talk about you, and I don't even pay attention. You don't even crack literally 50 views when you're talking about stuff because people are looking at your weird ass rock back and forth and they know that the last 10% of that head that you got left is disturbed. And so this is what I want to tell you so you can take this to court, you sick, twisted, dumbass woman. I am no threat to you because you're not a viable human being. You don't matter. You have 15 minutes of fame, and all it revealed is that you're trash. So get this. I will not be entertaining this dumbass shit, and you need to make up your mind. Are you fearful of your life or not? Because you don't literally pursue a person you're afraid of. You run away from them. And I loved it because when you walked in that room, you said, I can't wait. Well, I'm glad that you didn't and that you tried to file a motion because none of us have to wait because it's been dismissed. It's over. Now, here goes the point of everything that I want you to get right now. I have enough proof. Now, I can't determine what the court will do, but I have proof of perjury from Ryan Sinwelski. I also, perjury, I have proof of it. I also have um I also have proof of you all colluding, thanks to you, with your intent being to tie me up in court. Now, I want you to understand this. I have not utilized my attorney, but there have been costs incurred. So you don't get a 48-hour warning. You're getting a promise from Jedediah Brown. If you don't stop your stupid shit, I am filing a lawsuit for financial remedy from all of y'all. I'm going to take your walker because I need a seat when I'm outside protesting. And get this, there's a two-way street here. If you want to get financial records and you think you're going to get them, motherfucker, you can end up having to give them too. And if you want me to take those down to the welfare, thank you. Because I'm going to tell you something. I cannot prove your disability. That is proven to be a little bit more difficult for me. I don't know if you are on disability or not because all of your information is confusing and convoluted. But if you are on disability, you shouldn't have significant asset. Owning a building and still being homeless is diabolical. However, I'm talking about couch surfing, but there's still some lack of clarity because I don't know where the fuck you live. Do you live in Harvey? Do you live in Calumet? Do you live in Harvey, Midlothian, Dalton? Because you need to just focus on, if you disabled, you should just focus on building up your community. Oh, okay. So her motion was denied. I thought the case was dismissed. I'm sorry, I'm getting some clarity myself. It looks like I still got to go to court. So her motion was denied. That shows y'all how much I'm paying attention to this stuff. Cause oh, okay. So I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That sucks. Well, show this to the judge. Fuck you. So I literally am still under a petition for order of protection, and I did not realize that or even know that. I thought that the judge said it was dismissed. So I didn't go get an order or nothing or confirm it. I just was trusting what I heard. So anyway, she filed a new motion. She filed a motion to show cause, and that was denied. And she is trying to use July documents as if they are new. So she's lying to the public. She just doing some stuff now. Wait a minute. Is that what I'm understanding? I always bring her up on charges. Always read stuff for yourself. I typically do. They're gonna have a field day with this. What can they have a field day with this and say? Damn, he really don't give a fuck about the courts. I don't care about the court stuff. What can they say? They're gonna try to find something that's funny, but that's what is the ultimate? You ain't fucking with me. He don't even know the information. I don't care. That literally, that's what I want 244 people to hear me say right now. I don't give a fuck about this. It's not real. It's not valid. It's a waste of taxpayer time. It is an insult to the court. I literally don't give a fuck. I do so much work that I don't care about this. This is not important to me. I literally have monitors on this stuff. But guess what? I'm sitting here real time getting an understanding on this. And the only reason why she said that you are trying to harass her, but that comment was from July. What was okay? So what was the comment that is harassing her? So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna laugh at the he doesn't even know. Wait, what are you gonna say? Oh, the investigators or advocate gotta help him keep his court case. Ain't that some boss ass shit? That comment was after the August court date, so it doesn't matter. Hold, please. Okay, so I'm getting an update from my team because I got a squad. Some shit y'all never understand or know about. So what? Yeah, damn. That's isn't that amazing? All right. So let me make this make some sense because I don't want to just talk about this stuff. As you all know, that I'm running for United States Congress, as that is the intent. Um, I believe that there needs to be reform in court. Now, anything that a congressman does is on a federal level, but I really believe that there should be harsher penalties for people who intentionally um, are trying to weaponize the courts. And I think that that threshold should be mid. But if you can show that a person is not acting in good faith and is trying to frustrate someone or something through the courts, I believe that they should be penalized for that, having now experienced this. And I think that there should be, I think that the bar should be lowered as it relates to prosecution and the seeking of restitution. And I think that they also needs to be a clause in the law that basically makes it easier for a person uh, to seek financial remedy if they have to go through this type of harassment. Harassment by court is diabolical. And I think that there needs to be very, very, very strict reform in the courts. And so, why am I saying that online? Is because I think that if you are a resident of Illinois, you should call your state reps and you all should advocate for that where you are. I mean, not just in Illinois, but wherever you are. This is how you get this done. Reach out to your local state reps, as I'm going to do, and talk to them about measures to bring reform to the court. The federal level, I don't think that the federal government should regulate this type of thing, but I do believe that the federal government should mandate that all court proceedings be public and available online as a matter of law and not opinion. That is something that I'm going to press for. I don't have to wait till elected. We can do that now as private citizens and taxpayers in the country. So that is what I wanted to say because this is so stupid. And I was watching Frank's video, and it literally, I didn't realize how frustrating this should be. I'm kind of used to them now. I kind of am used to them now, so I don't get fatigued or frustrated like a normal person would. But when I was listening to it, I was like, damn, that is crazy to literally bully somebody and then try to weaponize the system against them so that they can't respond. That's really, really, that's some pussy shit. That's punk pussy shit that men are doing. Not just regular men, but men with families are doing that and engaged in that behavior online with me. And so it has definitely given me some policy ideas. And I think that that's something that I wanted to articulate to you all today because they need to, that needs to change. So, oh, wait a minute. So, wait, I'm confused. I'm so confused. If it was denied, then why does she have to refile? I mean, if it wasn't denied, why is she refiling? Y'all, this is making no sense to me. Hold on one second. Wow, I appreciate this comment because it puts it in a nutshell. It says Vivian has been acquainted with Jed for over a year now, and she knows good and well that he's not a stalker, doesn't lie, and brings receipts. He minds his own business unless provoked. And he never ever utilizes law enforcement or the courts to advance his own agenda or advantage. I don't understand what these are. So this is something that was sent to me by one of the full culture members in Illinois. You can take legal action for harassment and the filing of false court cases, but it requires proof that the accuser knowingly made false claims. Yeah, we have that. We got that on Ryan. We're prepared for that. Options including defendants against a false claim, gathering evidence of the accused of the accuser's bad faith, and potentially filing counter actions such as defamation, malicious prosecution, or seeking an order of protection. Consulting a skilled attorney is highly recommended. Yep. Yeah, we are genuinely prepared for that for Ryan Sinwelski. And I'm just trying to make sure we find tooth comb it. And I'm not going to ask for you guys to donate to me so that I could file these lawsuits or these responses. But we will be taking action, and that's what I want her to understand. Now, I want to end this broadcast saying that because I want y'all to understand what I mean by this. When we did the research and I was able to conclusively say that this weird ass lady lied about this cancer situation, which again, she didn't have to, because having a brain tumor and having surgery on it was enough. There was no need to lie unless there was an intent to, watch this, there's no need to lie unless there is an intent to manipulate. It's not what you do, it's why you do it. So there's an intent to manipulate because of this newfound visibility, because this is not fame. This newfound visibility in hopes of garnering support, sympathy, and resource, aka the witch was grifting, to have a greater level of commerce selling her beads, not caring about the after effect or its effect on other people, narcissist, stick, all of this as I allege. It's wrong. You can't give it a pass. You can't give it an excuse. You can't give it a break. And I'm tell you why. Because when I learned that the hoe was lying when y'all was beating up Keith Price about it, we had a conversation with people in Dalton because she was a friend and we agreed to be peaceful regardless of what injury was sustained. And in that time, I ain't had nothing to do with the Keith Price part of it. I'm talking about me, because she was creating a level of dissension amongst the rank and file of the fight. And now a lot of that never came public. But what you will slowly notice is that she would film and there will be less people saying hello, or they were very short because the word was out. She on bullshit. But they did not want chaos. So she called people and they said, Jedediah, stand down. I stood down because my goal is not drama. My goal is justice. And for an entire almost 8, 9 months, no, 6, 7 months. Hear my story. 6, 7 months. I said nothing. Vivian was not a factor. We upheld our end of the bargain. I could have made a whole series about her lying ass. She began to gain her strength. She began to move around unrestricted. People side-eyed her, but they didn't engage. They didn't bother her. She was fine. She forgot who she was fucking with and had to find out. Because literally showing up at Thornton Township with nothing that had to do with her. I was sitting there filming it. I saw her movement. I knew something was awry, but I did not know what, because why would it be? I gave this hoe a break. I ain't bothering her. Keith Price has been drugged for this. I know the truth, but people are not ready to hear it because they have a bias. Long story short, sitting at Thornton Township, I'm filming, and she starts coming after me. You just wanted this, that, and the third, and Ryan is coming. You just here to attack Napoleon. And I said, what? So me being me, because just like the young man said, I don't give a fuck if you're an elderly person, a woman, or a child. When the army tells you to neutralize an enemy combatant, they do not tell y'all don't do it because they are a gender, an age, an education, a class, a disability or not, a orientation, a faith, or none of that. You better neutralize the damn target because they are a threat. So what did I do? You lied. I ain't never lied. Your wish is my command. So be clear here. I literally could have done more 8 months ago, and I did nothing. That's the kind of person that I am. I don't even say I'm gonna do it, and then when I'm done, I'll be like, look, man, it ain't worth it. I'm not trying to focus on that. I want to go for another track. That same thing, Greg, too. I wasn't caring about no police. I already knew that ass was gonna get whooped. Fucking with me, bullying me, harassing me, calling me out my name, showing up in places that didn't nobody send for your stupid ass. I already knew what I was capable of. And I don't underestimate nobody. Maybe he had went and got inside of Mayweather's gym and got him a membership, and now he was a world-class boxer. I don't know. But even that day, I walked away, left it alone, called me a whole bitch. What's my point? I can't tell you what the court gonna do. But if y'all keep on fucking with me, y'all gonna be looking just like Greg's daughter. Wait, I got a charge too? Yes. And now you want a continuance. Please keep it going. Please keep it going. I beg of you, keep it going. Y'all, everybody picking up what I'm putting down. I want all of them to keep it going if they that damn stupid. I do not plan on wasting my time with this. So I'm not going to that courthouse. I'm trying to see if I'm going to Flint. That's a real situation. And I need to be going to Chicago so that I could run this race. I'm so disgusted and dissatisfied with every candidate that's on my opposing side, even the one that I personally favor, because I don't like what I'm looking at. I can't wait to get started in this campaign. And that is how we're going to end this live stream. Number one, I'm asking, is there any questions? I'm going to take 5, and then we're going to end this live stream because I need a favor. Let's go. 5 questions, and then I need a favor. Let's do it. 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 You ask the right question, you get the right answer. It could be about anything. If I don't like the question, I will tell you even that. But I'm going to answer 5 questions like we traditionally, customarily do. Just make sure they don't lie, don't tie you with anything, because her delusion are trying her best. Yeah, they're going to even take this, spice it up, and try to put all narratives to it. Fuck them. Come on. Somebody call me Brother Nipsey. Okay, come on. 5 questions, y'all. I gotta get off of here. 2 outsiders, it really does. Y'all, ain't that gonna be crazy? When one of them gotta go to jail or pay me some money. That's why I gotta make sure my shit is airtight. This is where they fucked up at. They was trying to create a narrative while they was doing the actual stuff. It is so crazy to me. Literally trying to create a narrative, and they was doing the actual stuff. Now all I got to do is find somebody that's willing to prosecute it. You're doing the exact stuff you're trying to create a narrative of. That's where they fucked that. Oof. It is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, I don't see any questions. I'm going to give this 10 more seconds. If there are none, then I did a good job of making sure everything was clear. Or y'all just like me, we're just tired of this shit. Why don't you watch football? It's my favorite sport. Football is my favorite sport after boxing. and I was a Cowboys fan, but I'm a Chicago native, and since the Bears ain't winning shit, and I just been doing so much advocacy, I ain't been able to. I ain't been excited about nothing. And then they was talking about leaving from Chicago. I just kind of like lost my zeal. It's a plot against you. They think that you're not. They think you're not paying attention. All of them are plotting. I know. They just don't understand that this shit run out. Um, it runs out, and it's a two-way street. 4 more questions. Come on now. I am here for the chat with Jed. Don't become so sensitive. I am in Thornton Township, and I feel that way at times. Remember that this is Jed's chat. Okay, I don't know what that's about. You give so much knowledge. I don't think I have anything to ask. Sky Room, that's humbling. Thank you. Didn't Vivian lose her case? How can she refile? So she did lose her case. It looks like the opportunity to refile was there. That might be allegedly what she did, but I do not have clarity to it. But all I'm going to say to the judges, it was dismissed, and I have no more notices since then. Once it's filed, once it's been dismissed, you do not, that whole case is done. So filing a motion, even if you served it in an email, literally makes no sense. Will you take a vacation and spend time with your family? You deserve a mental break. Um, no vacation in sight, unfortunately. Yeah, no vacation in sight. Oh yeah. I am taking a vacation. Y'all. Oh, that's what I don't know if I ever shared it with y'all, but they for my birthday, I didn't get any gift, but my veterans sending me on a cruise. My cruise is in October. As well as I've been given a once in a lifetime money making opportunity in October. So October is going to be a good month for me. And that's why yeah. Have you gained chest weight as of three, as of 2 more questions left, I think. Uh As of Monday, we will be back in the gym. I'm gonna require it in my schedule. I gotta get buff. I gotta get bulked up. Somebody told me I had stork legs yesterday. That was it. Oh, that was it. That took the cake for me. I was trying to holler, and they was like, "Wow, you have stork legs." She ain't say, "Oh, you bi." She said, "You got stork legs." I was like, "Damn." Yep, I'm gonna be in the gym. Time to get these calves. No, you said that you are ready to love someone. Do you have someone in mind as of now? Um, that police officer in Harvey, but she don't want me. Okay, so you know, I okay, I'm gonna answer that, and then I'm done. How's the Congress for run going? I ain't started the check. So let me do this, and then I'm gonna get off of here. As it relates to the love conversation, I've been afraid of commitment because I don't know when I say I'm ready for love, it means that now I'm going to open myself up to actually officially dating, and I'm going to take it serious. That's what I mean. It's not necessarily about having a prospect, but I'm no longer afraid. I was always afraid because anybody who I date obviously will be picked apart online or in the internet. They would have to deal with the stress of my life. I would have to literally learn not to be selfish in the sense that I have to give them my time, and oftentimes I don't have my own time. I'll be wildly unavailable. Number four, I was afraid of certain things, like if I would have children, um, and if I would, one of the reasons why I make money the way that I do is because of my liberty. I didn't want to necessarily give that up. And then I don't be home. I haven't been home in months. Like for real, I've not sat down at home for an entire week in months. And so I think that oftentimes when I start getting into these situationships, that'd be the number one complaint. I don't communicate, or I'm unavailable, or I'm not present. Um, and so I have an unconventional perspective of relationships. And so I'm saying, all right, I'm going to try. I think I'm ready to try to do this. So that's just really what that meant. I'm going to start dating but I'm gonna take it serious. I'm not gonna play with it. I'm gonna take it serious. And so I'll update y'all. Maybe I'll find me a boo for real. And we can give INA for the culture a first lady. Um, because it's ultimately what I want. It's what I ultimately want. Um, y'all don't have to like this, but I think I like. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it. And I just have a peculiar taste. Like I'm different. I'm just different. I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. I'm also weird in the sense that I like. So y'all, I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but do you all know what my favorite my yeah, I think I told y'all this. I'm really attracted to girls that like girls. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like I'm just a different kind of person. So I find myself it's really weird because when I be sitting there and I be around these girls that like girls, I be more attracted to the dyke. No, not the dyke, the stud. I be more attracted to stud because there are some really. When I tell y'all, it's some fine studs in this world. Lord have mercy, and I ain't got to worry about them cheating on me because they don't even really like that. It's so weird to me. I have never been able to say that and just be comfortable saying it. And that's why I said I'm ready to take it serious because I really like studs. I like but everybody need love and somebody out for everybody. So mind your business. God had to create somebody who didn't mind it, but I wouldn't use the word stud. Yeah, you like the film. But they liking the film makes zero sense because they only want girl men. They want men girl. They want girl men's. They be them the hardest ones. Them be the ones that be the most diabolical. Them to be the ones with the baddest attitude. It's really really weird because the studs be chill, but the films be violent, and I don't be understanding it. And then they be hating us for some reason. It be the weirdest. I be like, you know. So I like really pretty studs, and it's really hard to explain masculine women. I guess, cause yeah, and then they try to challenge you, and then you get to wrestle with them. I want to be able to hold my boo in the head like, she ain't calling no police. We gonna wrestle. You talking, you girl? Go take that garbage out. I am on live. As a matter of fact, I dated a stud, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it's just funny as hell. I was like, okay, I'm coming outside to take out the garbage. She's like, the garbage taken out already. I'm like, what? So pretty ass. You took the garbage out? Yeah, I took the garbage out. What you think? I thought I needed you? Oh no. Oh no, you didn't need me. Yeah, I'm talking about girl. But but it's weird because I don't want them to have no deep voice. Like it's all confusing, man. It's confusing to me. So I understand it. I don't want off into a tangent. I'm sorry. I just get excited when I talk about it. But I think I say this all the time. I believe that somebody could turn you out, somebody could turn you back in. And I'm gonna be one of those guys that I'm gonna turn one and they get back over here. Get back over here. And yeah, we can look together. Yeah, she fine in the mother. Okay. Anyway. Um what was the serious question before I got lost into my fantasies? Jed, are you a fan of boxing and legend Floyd Mayweather? Yeah, to a great degree. It was a question. You said that you were ready to love, brother. For the people that live in Chicago, how else can we support you? Also, so definitely need a vacation. Have you gained chest? I forgot what I was supposed to talk about. Will you take a vacation and a mental break? Did you lose so much knowledge? I'm here for the chat. Sensitive's just chat. He's a Cowboy fan. It's a ploy against you. Your first congressional debate. I literally forgot what I was supposed to talk about at the end. Shit. Okay. Too much information? No, it's not. Y'all, it's we leave conversations off the table. might want to contact your attorneys on staff. For what? Talk to them all the time. Okay. Okay, so that's what I was talking about in the beginning of this broadcast. We have a very, 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 very wealthy, capable, um, we have a very wealthy, capable donor for her. See, and that's what I think. See, I like a challenge. I like a challenge. I like a challenge, and I don't like weakness. So that's what it is. I like a challenge. I don't like weakness. And studs, they will challenge you. And one of the things that I think is so sexy is to see a girl act hard outside, and then she soften up with you. That is so sexy to me. Be hard with everybody else. I like a mean motherfucker, but then when it come to you, they just melt. It does something for me, and I don't want nobody crying. And I think it's funny to have somebody that like open the door for you, and then you got to argue with them. No, let me open the door for you. No, I'm opening the door for you. Let me open the door. I got the door. Oh my God. And then still have a vagina at the end of the day. You can't beat it. All right, let's go. Sorry, somebody said football time. All right, thank you so much for being on here, Kevin. You're going to talk about what you wanted to ask us to do. That's what I want you all to do before we get off here. So many people are getting ready to get off here. Football is about to start. And I know that Kevin definitely got to go because you can't tell me that he ain't putting no $2 on no parlays or nothing. I would never believe it. So seeing you in the streets this weekend. Are you the person that let me in the club? I seen your name before. Are you the person that let me in the club? You had all my friends hating. All my friends was jealous. Mimi, are you the one that let me in the club this weekend? Tell me that. Yeah, hold on, y'all. I gotta figure out this is some, I am. You really made my whole night. You made everything just so amazing. I gave you my number. You better keep up with me. You really just you don't even understand. Like I wasn't supposed to be there. It was a lot going on. I was really stressed out, y'all. So let me tell y'all about what one of the people I did. So I was in a line at a club, and it was a lot going on. And so I had to break away from the group I was with that brought me there. And I was just telling them so many things, and I was just frustrated. Everybody was just forcing me, like, you just need to get outside and have a good time, blah, 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 blah. And so I get to the person that's at the door, and it was like, oh my God, it's really you. And I was thinking to myself, like, I think she think I'm Ricky Smiley. I said, "Oh, oh, maybe she think I'm Joe. I don't know who she thinks I am." But that's what I was thinking. Even though so many people acknowledge me, no matter where I'm at especially at the airport, I'm always having to talk to somebody at the airport. But that's what my thinking was. It was because the way she did. She was like, "Oh my God, it's really you." So I was like, she think I'm Ricky. So anyway, she was like, so then she got up close to me. Now, this is what's funny, y'all. You got to understand this. I loved her so much in that moment because I was going through all this stuff. And she forgot that there was a line. The line was long as hell. You would have thought that line that they was giving away something for free. And so she literally just stopped taking people. And I'm just sitting there and the lady is talking to me in the line. And then she said, you're Jedediah Brown. And I was like, oh, wow. Yes! Somebody didn't think it was Ricky. And she then pulled out her stamp. And then I was like, I'm conflicted because maybe she got so happy that she didn't realize I didn't pay. But she know me, so I better pay because I don't want nobody getting on the internet saying that I stole no service. So she put it on there. She was like, "You got anybody else with you?" I said, "Oh, she no." She let me in, and all my friends was like, "You didn't pay," and I was like, "Cuz people care about me out here. And they none of you hoes need to do something with your life." And they was like, "That's crazy. That's crazy." And I was like, "If y'all didn't irritate me, then y'all would have been behind me, and I would have let you would have got in." But but they was like, "That's crazy. That's crazy." I was like, "Oh well, sorry you're nobody." So I got to troll the whole crew for like half of the time being there. And then when I walk past and people, but that's the other thing. People was oh my God, it was a good night. I had so many people coming up to me, and mind you, I'm not in Illinois, talking about some man, keep up what you doing. And then people was like, "Oh my God, I'm a fan." And then I was like, "Y'all don't think I'm Ricky, do you?" And it was just so much love. It was so much love in that place that it was refreshing, and it encouraged me, and it really strengthened me because things like that, things like that, those are the moments that I don't talk about online, but they be the ones that make the most difference to me. So Mimi, you got my personal number, and and we homies now forever. And let somebody mess with Mimi. All right, and then we gonna have to take a trip. All right, so this is what I need y'all to do. This is the favor that I need from y'all right now. Um, I've been really, really, really struggling with my campaign for Congress, and I did not start it yet. And the reason why I hadn't started it, well, we did our announcement, but we haven't done our actual launching work because I'm just so conflicted within myself. And if I'm going to lose this race, I need to have ran it honestly. And if I'm going to win this race, I need to win it because that's what the people want. You can try to manufacture somebody. And I think if you start off manufactured, you will stay that way. I like that Donald Trump ran as Donald Trump. I even like that. Yeah, I like that Donald Trump ran as Donald Trump. It has inspired me to want to go against the grain of what I'm supposed to be able and capable of doing. So here's the long story short. I'm going to go ahead and try to file this Democrat nomination. I'm so unhappy with my party, the party that I was born into, that I voted for my entire life, because I feel like they have created a generation of discontentment and ignorance. And there's two fights here. I'm either going to fight uphill as an independent and fight to try to be heard before people even dissect what I say, or people can dissect what I say and I can try to make the spot, because the party is going to do everything in their power to make sure that I do not get this nomination if I run as a Democrat. They're gonna work. They're already working hard. They already working hard. Y'all do not understand what I'm going through. And that's why I was trying to tell y'all. And it's really nice to know that my enemies know this, and I just need my supporters to know it as well. The moment that I filed that document, that statement of candidacy, and I filed that FEC document that I'm intending to be a full-fledged candidate for United States Congress, do you all understand that I will have access to the President of the United States of America? The President of the United States of America would need my vote, in a sense, to get things done. I will represent a district of my state, but I will affect the entire nation if I am blessed with the tremendous honor of serving us in that role. And when people think of this, They only think about it because this is my person. But no, the power of being a congressman means that I look out at the national landscape. A cop is a cop, even out of their jurisdiction. Their power may be limited, but they're still a cop. If I become a congressman, should God allow me to become a congressman? I become a congressman no matter where I'm in the country, even if that's not my jurisdiction where I vote from or send resources to. Let me make that make sense. What I do in that seat will affect all of us. And then I want y'all to hear me say this, because this is where it gets really crazy. Do you know that if you become a United States congressman, please hear me, not saying that that is my intent, but if I ever sit in the seat of a United States congressman, do you all know that that means that I become a step away from the probability and the possibility to run for president of the United States of America? Do you all understand? Like, we all know that, right? Running and becoming a congressman makes becoming a president probable. That is why Obama and Pritzker needed to make sure that Jesse Jackson Jr. went to jail so that Obama could become the go-to golden child that Jesse Jackson Jr. was, so that he could become the president of the United States. And because nobody has those aspirations right now with anybody in the way, that is why Napoleon Harris is getting away with committing the same crime without any penalty, and he could just pay it back. That's what me running means. I'm going to say stuff like that. They don't want me on no damn ticket. But what is Jesse Jackson Jr. doing now? He is trying to run for that seat again. And guess what? I would be one of his contenders. This is not a game. It's not a joke. It's nothing light. It's not to be played with. No, I am not a spoiler. I am not running proxy for someone else. Nobody's paying me to run this race. I'm running it because I believe that if I could actually become viable as a candidate, then the American dream is still well and alive, because it tells those who have always had to wait for a savior that you can stand up, pull up your britches, tie your shoes, and you can literally take a stand and make the movements to be a part of the difference that we've been waiting for our entire lives. And it literally takes the restrictions off of people who look like me, because you literally can start at nowhere and end up in Congress. What a story that will be. And it'll literally be, for me, proof that if you stand still through it all, through no matter what you feel or what you go through, if you just keep on being faithful, trusting, and just trying, at the end of the day, what's to come could be better than what's been. But this would be the one thing that I really, 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 really pray for in all of this. I want to be able to say that my lowest moment wasn't my last moment. I feel inspired just talking about it. My lowest moment won't be my last moment. And if it's not my last moment, and God allowed me to get anywhere, I need to get there authentically, not manufactured. Sorry it took me that long to explain this, but I need y'all to understand how serious this moment is. And I don't care if we get down to one person on this live stream, because I'm finna ask y'all something, because this may shape my life and my ability for the lives of the people around me for generations to come. Right now, today, I need to change my tagline. Not the party, the people. It is good, but in a sense, it is cliche, and it does not speak to the full picture. I believe that there is a message that we as people have that need to be heard in the slogan. And my ask is that y'all help me to change that slogan, because this platform is going to create a congressional candidate to present to the voters. I'm going to say that INA and For the Culture sent me to the Capitol with the people of the state of Illinois. So I need for us right now to take some time. What is our message? Because my message was, I wanted to say, we're not dumb. Is work getting done? We're not done. Dumb is work getting done. And then I wanted to say, no more games. Deliver. But because not the party, the people, is what I'm is what I is what I'm not satisfied with the party. But and it was given to me. But it's so cliche. Everybody talking about I'm people over politics. Oh, that was not a dig. I didn't do that on purpose. No, it's just like that's everybody's message. Uh, I swear to God, that was not a dig. That was not a dig. Everybody's it's just like everybody's saying this. I'm not a politician. I'm for the people, and all of these. All of these statements is the same as what I'm saying. And so when I really look at it, I'm like, so come on. 222 people on here. To the point where that just seems like a lie in itself. I want to say something that they're gonna be like, oh, they coming like that. I wanted to put on there, Jedediah Brown for Congress, stop lying. And then when I do my debates, bring out the facts, tell the truth, and say, stop lying. But is that going to move the community? When people say, yes, we can. Yes, we can. But to me, that didn't translate to nothing. It needs to be something that, come on, y'all, come on. I want to tell the story about how I was this advocate that utilized the power of social media, and then I became a candidate from that same power. And you all, well, can you just add it? It's not about the party, but it's we the people. Okay, hold on. Um, you know, we running to put the gas in the tank. Actions over optics. Ooh. Actions over optics. And throughout our entire campaign, we don't just talk about stuff, we do stuff in real time. Action over optics. I'm gonna have to put that one to the side. I like it. Not your regular Democratic politician. It's time for real change. I like that. Action over optics. Because let me tell you something that I want to do. And this is what you don't do before you start, but I need to just be clear about this. I want to fight for reparations from a negotiating standpoint. I believe that there are poor white people in this country that also should be given financial relief. But there are black people who have been offended by what has formed the reality that we have today. And I think that the nation should be willing to write this. We really need, in my mind, in my opinion, to write the course of history by changing it. But doing that does not need to put us in a place where we disenfranchise or create disadvantage. I believe that we can make this more equitable. And so I want to be a person that is, I'm not afraid of the conversation about reparations, but us literally, and why do I say that? Now, let me make it clear, because again, I've always had these questions that I could not answer. And now I have a better answer for them. We have given billions of dollars to other nations and countries, billions, but we can't find $1 billion to end hunger within our own nation. We can. Somebody has to have the heartbeat and the ability and the fight and the zeal to actually say, look, we need to send money domestically. And what did Donald Trump do? He started taking all this money. I'm like, wait a minute. Come on, man, y'all. I'm not trying to tell y'all who to pick, but y'all got to be honest about what we're looking at here. Donald Trump stopped giving so many billions of dollars, even though I hate that he keep giving it to Israel to fund their genocide. I think that's fundamentally wrong. But literally, you mean to tell me all this time that they could have stopped all of this foreign aid? Now, here's the bad part. You look at Kim and Putin and this Xi guy. Now they're coming together to say, let's create a new world order because China is going to be the alternative of giving these resources. So I understand the paradigm and the dynamics of all of this. I know y'all probably don't want to hear politics talk, but we trying to come up with a name here. So I'm just trying to give y'all, is this okay? Are y'all okay with this? If this was okay, like we're having and let's have an intellectual conversation. Let's just be honest. If it's okay with y'all, put a 5 in the chat. I know people don't like politics, and I know football is on. I got to go here getting a because I'm going to foul this week. Like I promise you, this is the week we foul. So the power is not in the party; it's in the people. Y'all love that tagline. Y'all can't get away from it. Okay, good. So China is saying, look, we'll become the new big brother, big homie on the block. And these dictators are coming together and they're just basically trying to pull America out because what Donald Trump is doing, he's saying, hey, look, I'm taking away all this foreign aid. What are we getting out of it? And I'm putting tariffs. And so he is reducing the national debt by having other nations essentially help pay it. And when you look at what we're getting in some of these senses versus what we're giving, in some of these senses, it makes sense. That is just me being honest about my opinion. Now, in others, he could kiss my ass. But it makes sense. And so you mean to tell me that as a nation, you could possibly lower the cost of living by causing these other nations who are all depending on us and benefiting from us to pay more? Who would have thought that was possible? Who would have thought that it was possible that out of nowhere, with the same amount of everything, they could find billions of dollars for illegals? But you got people going to jail for PPO? Wait a minute. They could find PPO for a pandemic? But they can't find a PPO for a Great Depression? Stop it! I refuse. I just refuse to believe this stuff any longer. I just don't. Okay. I think y'all get what I'm trying to say. I think you do. Let me see what Amandor said. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be paying attention, and I'm getting off into the politics. What did Amandor say? The power is not in the party, it's the people. The power is not in the party. Uh-oh. Come on, hold on now. Okay, hold on. I think. Okay, hold on, because I think I'm. Okay, wait. The party is powerless. The party is powerless. The people, powerless party without the people. It's a powerless party without the people. Come on, God, do this for us. I like this. The Democrats are not delivering. So to run as a Democrat and say powerless party without the people. Powerless party. Wait, Jesus. How do you say, okay, hold on. That got me excited. Y'all getting me excited. So actions over optics. Power, make it personal. Your voice, your vote. The party is powerless without the people. Wait. Kool-Aid, food aid is used for trade negotiation, foreign intelligence, and security. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. The party is powerless. Powerless party till we provide. Powerless party without people's action. Wait. Okay. The people are the power. The part. The people are the power. The party is powerless. The people are the power. The party is powerless. The people are the party in this powerless party. Oh, okay. It's starting to feel a little bit more like what we want to say. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I feel it. Come on. We close. We gotta tell a story and give a destination. We the people involved. Unnoosed action. The people has the power, not the party. The power in the people, but the elite and corporations is the stronghold. Okay, that ain't a cliche. They giving knowledge. Okay. Powerless party, powerful people. Oh! I think that's it. Y'all did wait. Powerless party, powerful people. Jedediah Brown for Congress. I'm not looking for a powerless party. I'm looking for. I think this. Who is this? I think we just gotta wait a minute. Y'all have just rebranded this campaign. Now that and wait, where did it go? I think this is it. Folks using my name. Hold on. Powerless party. Powerful. Okay, hold on, Jesus. Hold on, Jesus. I think that stirred me up. That one stirred me up. Who is this? History must remember this moment. No power, no people, no power. Action over optics. That one is so much nicer. I like that. The heartbeat of the people. Okay. No power, no people, no power. Action over optics. A party without action is powerless. That is good too. I like that. The party is nothing without the power of the people. I like powerless people, powerful party. You only can achieve when you believe in the dream. DeMarcus, I ain't doing no Obama. Okay, y'all. Okay. This has gotten fun to me and it's exciting because now, okay, hold on. Powerless party, powerful people. The Democrats have failed to deliver. The party is powerless, but the people remain powerful. The party is powerless. The party is powerless. The people remain powerful. Wait, the party is powerful. The party is powerless. The people remain powerful. Optics don't win. Powerful people do. A powerless party won't win. Powerful people will. powerless party won't win. Powerful people will. A powerless party won't win. Many people have trusted in the American dream through policies of progressiveness and liberalism, and we have seen da 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 da. The party is only as powerful as the people. Powerless party, powerful people. Then under that you put optics don't win. Optics don't win. Okay, hold on. The party is so we almost there. I'm waiting for it to see. I got a hook on me because this powerless party, powerful people, it has a hook on me. But it seems so mean. It's like we're making a declaration that this ain't even the party to vote for. You got to be careful. So I'm trying to find out how to speak to the heart of the people. Powerless party without the people. The party is powerful when we unite together. I have to. Jesus, 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 Jesus. That's it. That's it. That's it. Powerless party. Powerful people. That's it. And the message of this is that the Democrats have not delivered, but the ideals and the values that the true Democrats have should not be ignored. Powerful people are not offended by those with a different opinion. We can talk across the aisle and build a more perfect union, but a house divided cannot stand. The power is not in the color, it's not in the party, it's in the people. And our candidacy will hold both sides accountable. We will choose action over optics, and we will seek to deliver day one of our candidacy and not wait until we're in a seat. And from the beginning, we make it clear that to be a part of this campaign means that you want action and not promises that are all too forgotten once people are elected. And you will be somebody that won't wait on the change. But just like me, the unlikely candidate, we will come up out of the ashes from the pit of whatever we're facing, from rising living costs, lack in affordable housing, criminality plaguing our communities, poor education statistics, and disinvestment in. Oh, that's it. I'm just in my mind. I'm just trying to. That ain't no speech I'm giving. I'm trying to make sure that the message fits the mantra and the mandate. It's a powerless party. We cannot get change if we're not coming to the negotiating table with something to offer. Oh, and the Democrats have failed, but the fight is not over because it's not about the battles, it's about the war. Because the party is powerless, but the people are still powerful. Who is this woman that just named this campaign? I need to talk to you. Why would I be running? I'm not running for a party. I'm running for the people because the party is powerless. But the people are powerful. I don't care if you are somebody sitting in the boardroom, or I don't care if you're somebody sitting with a bonnet. Your voice matters, and it shouldn't just matter for your vote. And I don't want just your voice. I need you to get up out of your house and meet me on 79th and Cottage Grove. No, I need you to meet me at 555 West Harrison, because there must be policies put in place so that people cannot weaponize the good intention of our legal system. And because we sit in a state where people refuse to act, if the people show up, They will have no choice because the power is in the people, not in the party. Whoever that is today, I am so, you literally just lit a fire in me. Now, let me tell y'all in real time, God, that just blessed my soul. That blessed my soul. Okay, y'all, hold on. I'm ready now. Now I'm ready to organize. Oh, I'm ready now. Okay, hold on. All right. So here's the last thing. I want to show y'all this so that I can give you all a great example of what I wanted, Jesus, when it puts you, see, when it get me like that, that's it. That's it. It's a powerless party. And I could talk about how it's been powerless. I can show you how it's been powerless. We can go through this. Oh my God. I'm ready to get back to Illinois now. Oh, I'm ready to get back to Illinois. I've been trying to figure out. I've been trying to understand why. I'm like, God, I got this. You gave it to me, and I feel it, but I'm not. And this is what God does. He gives you something to make you take the first step, but you can't just take the first step. You got to get the next instruction. I got the fire that just gave me the fire. Whoever that is, I need to know who you are. I need to know who you are. Today, you were God sent. And it's 2 hours into this live stream. And I need you to understand from this young man that if I get anywhere in this campaign, you literally put the fire in me today. And I'm telling you, that means that my whole camp, you know what? Somebody give me that person, and that's all I'm gonna ask. Whoever that person is, I need to talk to them because they will be with us throughout this journey. I don't care where you live. Sheesh. You got me so excited that I have a fire in my belly. I have a real fire in my belly. And that's the message. That's what I've been trying to say. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Jesus, Skippy. Okay. I want to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I was not going to do this, but I'm going to do it now because I think it's important. I need y'all to understand this. And it also gives us a moment because I need y'all to understand something. Jesus. There was a man who was involved and has been involved with the politics of Illinois as long as I've been paying attention to politics, and his name is Kyle. And Kyle says that this one is tearing me apart to post, but I need your help. My son, Blake, left at 6 a.m. Friday morning and never returned. He was last wearing a black and white jacket. And this is a picture of this young man, ladies and gentlemen, that we're now trying to find. Kyle Hillman has helped almost every level of government in Democratic controlled Illinois. Get that. I know him from when I was running for alderman in the city of Chicago. He put out a call because this has got this man in turmoil. This is not politics right now. This is just genuine, seriously. And so the first thing that I want y'all to do is to please consider going to Kyle Hillman's page and sharing this so that we can get this out far and wide. I didn't post on his page, but I looked quickly at his comment section because surely he will have the response of the community and the help. Hold on one second. Even though his son apparently left on his own reconnaissance, I need y'all to understand these types of situations are layered. They're layered. And the danger factor could be in a lot of different ways, as I have been I've organized to find missing people for years. And I'm proud to report to you guys that we never stopped. We just stopped doing it online. To this day, there's a whole group of people who still communicate and work with me, and we help missing people be found. Did you hear what I just said? I don't even talk about it no more. So get this. I'm looking at the comments, and here comes the Attorney General of the state of Illinois. His name is Kwame Raoul. I have so much discontentment in me where he is concerned because I don't believe he does anything worth paying attention to. In my mind, he's a seat holder. In my dreams, Lori Lightfoot would run for that seat. And anyway, he is on here, and this is how you know that a person has been working in government. Because when government officials show up on their comment section, they've been working. Now, granted, I don't know all the behind the scenes. I don't know and I won't know. So I cannot conclusively say what is or isn't happening. But this is the Attorney General of the state of Illinois putting up praying hands. So I quickly went to his page at the time because I needed to know for myself. And I'm looking on here. And faith without works is dead. Praying hands is a formality. Here is the Attorney General of the state of Illinois. And he says on August 2024, I'm standing behind Kamala Harris. And you got Kyle right here in the comments saying yes. And I am not trying to do anything to bring any disruption to no relationship or nothing like that. Again, I cannot speak to what has been done in the background. Because, why? Because I don't know. I don't know this man. But I'm looking at the last post be from 2024 in support of Kamala Harris election. And I'm looking at Kyle right, yes. Then the next post is from 2023. I am optimistic about the opportunities to approve collaboration between my office and the city of Chicago. Then maybe I'm missing it. Then the next one is 2021, where there's an update. So it's fair to say, Mr. Attorney General, don't post on his page. Got it. Got it. I understand. But how can you read the first line of a man who have served and it read, this one is tearing me apart. And he's asking for the community to help and to be made aware. And you telling me that one person who could do anything and that could garner media attention like a mother, literally, you mean to tell me he didn't have enough in him to share the post one time? Now, I get it. And I tell this to my people all the time. I got to be careful when I say happy birthday because now I got to say it to everybody. And when I don't say it, I don't favor them or it's a problem or it's an issue. I get it. I understand the weight of being a public figure. But if I'm going to make a public comment, you're going to get a public action. And that's what I'm talking about. Now, if I go look on the Attorney General's website, or if I go look at anything that he affects, and you don't utilize your power and your position to heighten the message for something like this, then I don't care what nobody say. I'm going to say something is wrong, and it's a shame on you. Because guess what? And I normally don't do this, but I'm going to be very clear here. Because that's why I tell y'all, I don't bring nothing on my screen that I'm not willing to address. That's why I don't bring a lot on my screen. He's 200 pounds. Now I'm bringing it on my screen. You know why? Because I refuse. And Cal Hillman will more than likely be with the Democratic Party against my campaign. However, his son is 200 pounds. He stands at 5'4". He wears glasses and he likes to wear a COVID mask. So obviously it tells me that there may be something mentally going on. However, or he might just be a neat freak or a clean freak. I don't know. But this is what he said. My message to him is just come home. Whatever the issue, excuse me, not a burped. Whatever the issue, we can figure it out, but just come home. You got to be careful, especially in public domain. So with that being said, my team of investigators are basically utilizing information that we have received to try our best in the background to help Blake Hillman get back home. And if you have a heart, I'm asking for you all to consider to go to Cal Hillman's page and to simply share his post so that his son can see far and wide that he matters, that people are looking for him, and that he understands that even if he's having a mental moment, that when that's how I broke out of what I was dealing with on that lakefront. When you see people care and you see people are looking for you, it is a direct contempt and battle against what's suggesting otherwise. And so I am asking for those that are viewing this broadcast to just please utilize your page for something that'll take less than 5 minutes that may make all the world of a difference. Walking around in anywhere in Chicago is dangerous. Having somebody coerce you or take advantage of you is dangerous. Not knowing where a person is or where they can go is anguish. Not understanding the fullness of what's happening is turmoil. This young man, who I was actually shocked to see, looked like he might have a little melanin in him. This white father with this brown child. For me, it ain't even about the color, but that's what America is about. And that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why. And and I promise you all, I didn't intend to bring that out because I don't want those fools making mess. But we have to find this young man because this gentleman has done so much service to our state in Illinois. There is no way that nobody should ignore it. And to the Attorney General, I don't know what you're doing, but if you're going to be visible praying about it, be visible doing something about it, because you actually have so much at your disposal to get it done. And you know what? In fairness, I don't negate that you're doing it. If you are, I'm just saying I don't know, because you've been absent in everything that I've watched that you can affect. Ladies and gentlemen, again, please share this on your page. And if you want to be effective in doing it, don't do it from this YouTube. Go to Kyle Hillman's page and share it from there. And what I'm going to do is the same, because I'm not going to ask y'all to do something I'm not willing to do. So why didn't I share this before? Because I didn't say nothing publicly. I said it privately. Just so I can remind y'all of my philosophy. Now that I said something publicly, I have to do this publicly as well. We were helping from the background, but now we're going to make it more mainstream. His name is Kyle Hillman. This is the gentleman. This is the guy who is his father. Kyle Hillman. Hell, he don't post nothing on his page either. It's posted 2014. Okay. With that being said, I hope I said something that added value to your life. I'm not asking for you guys to resource anything that I just reported on. But if you believe in the work of Investigate and Advocate and the work that we're trying to accomplish and you see it as viable, I'm going to tell you this again. We need your support. You can contribute one of those ways listed below so that we can remain effective. Anything that you contribute now is not going to go to my campaign. We have not raised $1 for our candidacy, and not $1 that you contribute will be utilized to pay any of my personal bills. As of this week, I will be filing as a candidate, so it does change a lot for me. But if you are somebody who believes that even I am worth being supported, then you can sow into my life so that the work could get done. Not for my personal bills, but for me to do the work that I'm setting out to do. With that being said, we go from we'll add this situation on those things that we're trying to resolve and button up in our campaign. The last thing that I'm going to say is that we're going to be live streaming this campaign on this channel. I do know that this is not a politics channel, but I'm going to be doing some live streaming on this channel about our campaign throughout it, so that you all can stay plugged in and hopefully be supportive. Because as you see, the power of this is undeniable and unexplainable. We did an almost 3-hour live, but we talked about some real stuff, in my opinion. But as of today, our campaign will be going on to the tagline, powerless party, powerful people. I love it. I love it. I love it. Ooh, I love it. I love it. If you like that, put a 5 in the chat right now. I gotta sneeze. If you love it like I do, put a 5 in the chat. What is that lady's name? Can somebody find her for me? Not like the rest. If you don't mind, could you send me a inbox to my inbox? My name is Jedediah Brown. They go to correct spelling right here. Here's the correct spelling. Could you send me a message on my messenger? I just want to be connected to you. I don't believe that God uses people for nothing. I want to be connected to you because I want history to reflect this moment. You helped articulate the campaign that we hope to shape. Peace. That was so amazing. Which one do I want to use on this one? Because that was amazing.
Can I get in on this? I want another 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, you thought it was through. This was just one assignment, boo. Judge checking with God, getting next instructions. You need an advocate, reach out, he might be coming. This young black king needs no introduction. When he shows up, haters hate seeing him coming. And no, he's not Malcolm, he's not Martin either. He got his own style. Jedediah, we see ya. This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move. And when he comes through, you know they coming too. Hey yo, INA, where you at? What it do? They got receipts, they got them files. They gon' investigate an advocate, holding it down. And when it comes to intel, you know they showing out. You smiling in Jed's face. Hold up, check that file. Don't run up on them either, they always in the crowd. INA got his back, you don't know when they around. This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on the move. This crew, shifting the atmosphere. Advocates on the move. And then there's Jed's mother, you know she gon' speak. She praying for the people, prophesying what she see. Jed, God got you covered, he's holding you down. He's showing you his favor, his mercy, his power. So always stay humble, give God your best. Remember you're a man, ain't no S on your chest. You know where help comes from when you're up or you're down. That crew runs deep, keep the real ones around. This crew, they not looking for the credit. Advocates on